Yeah, I've known Greg for approximately 25, 26 years since I first opened. And I remember him when he first doing his art. Known him all the way now to he's doing some really good stuff.
He's a great guy. He's a really good artist. I've known him for a few years now. He's one of the friendliest guys here. He goes to all the cons. I can't say enough nice things about him.
As a teenager, I would park my '67 Mustang over here and, of course, cruising Maine on Friday night, watching all my buddies come by and, of course, you know, checking out the girls and just hanging out and having fun.
Greg Harms grew up in Fritch and Borger. He says every artist is influenced by the world around him.
They'll give you the visual reference, the emotional reference, and that type of stuff to produce the artwork that you're putting out.
But Harms creates comics, and those worlds seem far removed from the surface of the Texas Panhandle, like the black oil that has been pumped from underground.
I usually work on the computer. It's digital. Go in there and I use Photoshop. The process there is, if I don't draw it and ink it myself, I'll have, say for instance, Roman Morales will draw and ink it, and then he'll send me the digital file. And then I'll go in there and do the flats and then do the finished colors. And then after that, we'll send it off to our letterist, Keith Braun. And then he'll put the letters on it and then send it back to me. And then I'll format everything and send it off to the printer.
Well, this is one of Greg's comics that he did for a company. And I have one of the original copies signed.
As an industry, comics are experiencing a huge expansion.
Comics, when I first started, it was just kind of like the nerd thing. And now it's more acceptable. I mean, we have more women now than we've ever had before. We found out women like X-Men.
You know, there's tons of movies, there's tons of media. Lots of people are getting exposed to it. They're seeing these characters for the first time. And so, yeah, comics are a really good time for them.
You're starting to see more, you know, thousands of comics being sold, hundreds of thousands. Of course, the movies help. Conventions are really growing. I mean, New York just had 85,000 people, single tickets sold this last weekend.
In many ways, the internet has made the world smaller.
As artists, we can put it out there. We get almost immediate feedback instead of having to wait for the book to come out 3 months after you've worked on it.
But for Greg Harms, the Panhandle is the center of the world.
Good times, good memories, good friends.
Celebrating the Panhandle spirit, Larry Lemmons, ABC 7 News.